Okay, this is part 2 on how I lost my husband and my son. So they leave on their motorcycles. About 20 minutes later, we're still sitting in the garage, me, my mom, and my 2 daughters. I get a call from Nikki. So I answer the phone, and Nikki's like, "Hey, Liz, is Casper home?" And I said, "No, he's around the corner at 7-Eleven." 7-Eleven was like 5 minutes away from my house, and it wasn't unusual for someone from the club to call my phone whenever he's on his motorcycle and he's not answering the phone, for someone to call me and tell me, get Casper to give me a call back. So I didn't think of anything. And so I told her that Casper was with Denim and they were at 7-Eleven. She said, "Okay, I'll give you a call back." Within the minute, she called me back. This second time when she called me back, that is what kind of scared me, because it was the calmness in her voice that brought trembles to my heart at that time. So she said, "Hey, I'm gonna send you an address, and I need you to get to this address." She said somebody went down, I don't know who, and I don't know any details right now. And so I said, "Okay." And so she sent me the address. We're still on the phone. I put the address in. This address is like 20 minutes away from my house, and it's on the other side of town that we never been on. So in my head, I'm thinking, okay, somebody from the club went down, but that's not my family. They're just not answering the phone right now. My son had left his cell phone at home because, once again, he was gaming at the time that they were getting ready to leave. So I called my husband, and the phone just rang. And so I'm like, okay. So we get in the car. I put the address in my GPS. When the GPS tells me I'm about 7 minutes out, I get this paralyzing fear in me. And I remember the cars was going around my car so fast, and I was like, I'm driving, but they're going so fast. And I looked down at my speed, and literally I was going 8 miles an hour. That's just how scared I was in the moment. So we pull up to the crash site, and it's so many police officers, so many fire trucks, ambulance, but their lights are going, but nobody's moving. And by this time, all of our friends, neighbors, the club, has gotten to the crash site. And I'm sitting in the car. I pull up and I put my car in park. My mom and my 2 daughters, they jetted out the car. And I sit there. I open my sunroof. And I'm trying to hear what's going on, but everybody is quiet. So I get out of the car. And I stand at the end of my car by the trunk area, and I just stand there. And I hear my daughter scream at the top of her lungs, "My brother, my brother." So I'm like, okay. I'm like, my son is hurt. So now that fear kind of left, and I was like, I have to go check on. 1 second. So now I'm like, I have to go check on my son. So as I'm walking across the street to get towards the crash site, one of my husband's friend, she stops me, and she has tears in her eyes, but she never said one word to me. And she just hugs me, and I said, "It's my son." I said, "My son is hurt." And she never said anything. She just stared at me, and she looked at me like, "I wish I could just tell you that your son is hurt and everything else is okay." She didn't say anything to me. By that time, my husband's president was pulling up, but my daughter-in-law was walking towards me. She wasn't crying. So I'm saying to myself, okay, he's hurt, so I'm trying to walk towards her, but I have a crowd of people stopping me from walking towards her. Oh, excuse me, y'all. So my daughter-in-law walks up to me, and she said, "Mama, it's both of them." I said, they're both hurt. She said, no. I said, well, what? She said, they're both dead. I gotta take a break. I'll come back with part 3.